finished with the break. I'm sorry, I'm getting the cold and other things again. It started, actually it was reduced, suddenly it started again. Yeah, hi. So good morning and all, enough. Now let's start with the zoology portions. Okay. See, that is not combined botany and zoology. Don't bring them together. Okay. Use all the other questions in botany. I will ask the person to send you the answer keys, then go through them. Okay. Is it fine? So let's begin with the zoology. Next chapter I'm going to start. I did till digestion, circulation, respiration. Okay. Now we are starting with excretion. Excretion in humans. Right. Come fast here. See, the time kadme irutte 1 hour. Slowly come, good morning, and all 10 minutes. Then again start, before 10 minutes you will exit. And 40 ನಿಮಿಷನೂ class ಆಗಲ್ಲ. So don't do that. Be here only. Okay. So let's begin with the excretion. So why we excrete? Actually, excretion is not defecation, remember. Removal of fecal matter is called defecation. It's okay. Now listen. ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನೋಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ತಿನ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ? ಬರೆಯೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಇಟ್ಟು ಬರೀರಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಠ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆವರ್ ಎವರ್ ಮಿಸ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಿಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಅಮಲ್ ಬಂದು ಕೂತ್ಕೋತೀನಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, 15 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ತಿಂಡಿನೇ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆಯಾ? This is how we have to adjust because time is changed. Now we can't be like how we were. 1 ಗಂಟೆ ತಿಂಡಿ ತಿನ್ನೋದು, 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಊಟ ಮಾಡೋದು ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ನನಗೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಅಮ್ಮ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ತಿಂಡಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. Okay. Now listen. Let's talk about the process of excretion. So most of the time excretion the students ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ defecation ಅಂತ. Defecation ಅಲ್ಲ. Defecation is removal of undigested food from the alimentary canal. That is defecation. Removal of the fecal matter. But I am talking about excretion. Some of the unwanted substances produced in our body should be eliminated time to time. That is excretion. Right? What are unwanted? They are produced. First is carbon dioxide. You know that carbon dioxide is produced during respiration as a waste. You know that it is released or it is removed out through the exhalation. You know it. During exhalation, we remove it. After that, you answer. Carbon dioxide. Apart from that, you have urea, ammonia, uric acid. 3 things are the nitrogen base. Means they are called the nitrogenous base along with sodium chloride ions and potassium ions, and all they are extra. They will be produced by certain metabolism, right? So excreted materials bari urine onde alla, urea, ammonia, uric acid, more waste, nitrogenous base anta helತೀವಿ, along with the sodium and chloride ions. They are produced. Okay. How are these produced in our body? Means nitrogen base ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತಯಾರಾಯಿತು? ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತಯಾರಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Any idea how the nitrogen bases are produced in the body? Ammonia, urea, uric acid ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ? No, Anjan Shetty, no, it's not produced in the liver. Yes, Neha knows it's the ornithine cycle. Okay, that's correct, ma. But tell me, who is producing them? Liver will produce agata ornithine cycle. Who is the substrate for that production? No, it's not kidney. It's very good. Kritika is saying it's by proteins. We intake proteins. Proteins are converted into amino acids. Amino acid undergo deamination. Ammonia is produced. Ammonia, urea, uric acid is produced by the. Chemistry sit at one point. Why are you roaming around? I could see your video. Not carbohydrate metabolism here, it is protein metabolism. Proteins ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಇಂದ ಡಿಅಮೈನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಡಿಅಮೈನೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಮೈನ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಹೋಗಿ ಲಿವರ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂರಿಯಾ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So therefore these are all produced in the protein metabolism end products. ಯಾವುದು? ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ, ಯೂರಿಯಾ, ಯೂರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್. They are created by the intake of proteins only. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾರೋ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಶುಗರ್ ಇದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ, ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಏನು, ಶುಗರ್ ಇದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇರ್ತಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇಂಟೇಕ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್ ಸರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟರ್? I don't understand. Wait, don't write anything. When I ask you only, you write it. Don't write anything. Okay. So, ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ನಾನು, ಈ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಕಿಡ್ನಿ ಫೇಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಇನ್ನ ಎಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ನಮ್ದು ಯೂರಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಈಗ ಈ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ, ಈ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೀಟರಿ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, how it is excreting, that we are learning in this chapter, excretion, right? So excrete, there are more active chapters. These are yadu human physiology alla tumba active chapters, yakandre nimage adu gottu feel agutte, nim body nalli aagta irutte, you will understand that. Okay, therefore let us talk about the excretion chapter. ನೆಗಡಿನೂ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಏನೋ ಒಂಥರ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮತ್ತೆ. So the chapter is excretion. So we have a lot of excretory products, I told you. Like one is carbon dioxide, one is ammonia, next is urea, next is uric acid, and some of the sodium ions, potassium ions, plus chloride ions, all these are released. These are all the excretory materials, right? Along with that, some of the harmful chemicals also produced during the protein metabolism, that is called creatinine, and hippuric acid. These are very harmful. They are produced in the metabolism of protein metabolism. Okay, done. Now, these have to be eliminated time to time, otherwise they become toxic to the body, right? So there are so many issues where people are unable to pass the urine. Excretion is not happening properly because of the kidney failure, kidney stones and all. Such people suffer a lot because that urine which is not produced, which is not releasing, will be entering into the body cavity, body cells again, causing a lot of problems. I'll tell you what are the problems later. So these are the types of nitrogenous waste produced in the body. Okay, they have to be eliminated time to time, right? Some of the animals that excrete ammonia. So types of animals based on the excretory products. First one, they're called ammonotelic animals. Ammonotelic animals are those animals that excrete ammonia as their nitrogen waste. Ammonia is a gaseous form, NH4, right? It's a gas, right? This will have to be, it's very toxic in nature. It has to be eliminated immediately. Therefore, it is released in the animals like the aquatic animals like fishes and others. It be diffused from the body into the water, right? So therefore, fishes and all produce ammonia as the excretory material. Therefore, ammonotelic animals. Second one is about the urea. Urea producing animals are called as ureotelic animals. Ureotelic animals are those animals that excrete urea as a nitrogen base. Urea has very little content of urea, only 2% mixed with 1000 ml of water, right? It is a very highly liquid form, right? Almost, sir, in 100 ml, if you think of 2% is urea. That is highly diluted form. Urea is a highly diluted form of nitrogen waste combined with lot of water. Actually, in how urea is formed is, although ammonia is produced, this ammonia in liver it will undergo deamination and produce urea. Once urea is formed, it will be dissolved in the blood. That urea is taken to the kidney only for filtration. That kidney is not producing urine. Urine is produced by the liver, right? Urea is produced in the liver. Through the blood, it will be taken to the kidney for the filtration. Okay? Understand thoroughly. Those most of the time kidney and takshana nimge urine form agutte taleli ಕೂತ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ. Take it out. Urea is formed in the liver. It will be taken to the kidney just to filter it. Okay? Third one, the animals that produce uric acid are called as uricotelic animals. So they excrete uric acid. Example is all the birds. Actually, uric acid is solid nitrogen base. It's a solid one. Along with the fecal matter, it comes out, right? So it is an adaptation in the aerial habitat. Means the birds and all, because birds have to fly in air. Okay, if imagine they have 1 liter of urine in their urinary bladder, how can they fly? Isn't it? If at all you people have full bladder, you can't even walk. Have you anytime noticed it? That too, boys will not get problems because they will excrete anywhere. They'll pass the urine anywhere on the road also. They don't mind. That I don't know how come only India it is happening. No other countries will allow this. Only in India, any area, open area, they'll go for passing urine. Anyway, that is very unhygienic for those people who are living nearby that. And even to look at it, so ugly it looks. Right? At least for the females would have seen, unless they get a real problem, proper toilet, they can't pass the urine. Therefore, you can see when they are full in their urinary bladder, they can't even walk. And imagine birds, if they produce urea, how can they fly? Are you able to understand? Therefore, the birds will excrete urea along with the uric acid along with the fecal matter as a solid one. You have seen the animals and all, these birds will release that now. That will be falling on our head also sometimes, on your vehicles and all. That is uric acid. Therefore, it will be highly concentrated. Okay, but compared to ammonia, it is less concentrated. Okay, so we classify the animals based on the nitrogen waste into 3 types: ammonotelic animals, ureotelic animals, uricotelic animals. 3 types. Ammonotelic animals excrete the nitrogen waste in the form of ammonia gas. Normally, it is found in the fishes that are present in water that will diffuse ammonia into water, surrounding water. Second is urea, the nitrogen waste released in the form of liquid urea, which is combined with a lot of water, and it will be excreted after it is filtered in the kidney. Then comes uric acid. All the land animals, mostly all the land animals, we excrete only urea. Then even in the all other mammals you would have seen, like dogs and cats, all they produce urea. There may be concentration is different. Then uric acid is a nitrogen waste which is solidified. Solid nitrogen waste which is released in birds. It is an adaptation for aerial habitat. And then flying habitat. It's an adaptation. Even in the birds, you can see the bones are hollow because they have to fly. They can't have the heavy bones. They have feathers, they have wings. All these are the modifications. Are you getting it? Four arms are modified, 4 limbs are modified into wings for them. They have feathers to avoid drying of the skin. So all of the modification. One of the modification evolvement is having the uric acid as the nitrogenous base. Right? Do you understand what I said? Okay, write the heading. Excretion. ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಈಗಲೇನೆ. In all states, gas, liquid and solid, there are nitrogen. Yes, ma'am. In all the states, nitrogen wastes are there. Depends upon which animal is excreting. Right on, excretion. In all the animals, Due to various metabolic activities in all the animals, due to various metabolic activities, or by taking certain type of food, there is accumulation of certain substances like ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water, and certain ions like sodium. Is my voice breaking? All of you are feeling it? Priyanka, check your internet. Okay. Okay. I repeat. Accumulation of ammonia, urea, uric acid, carbon dioxide, water, and certain ions like sodium, potassium, chloride, Na plus, K plus, Cl minus, phosphates, sulfates, etc. Phosphates, sulfates, etc. Along with these, some toxic substances also are produced. Some toxic substances are also produced. Namely, creatinine, and hippuric acid. Toxic substances are also produced. Namely, creatinine, and hippuric acid. Okay, done. Next, right? These substances have to be removed time to time. These substances have to be removed time to time Otherwise, they harm the body cells. They harm the body cells. They harm the body cells. Thus, the removal of nitrogenous waste is called excretion. Is called excretion. Next, types of animals based on the nitrogenous waste. Types of animals based on nitrogenous wastes. There are three types of animals. Namely, first one, ammonotelic animals, ureotelic animals, uricotelic animals. Ammonotelic animals, ureotelic animals, and uricotelic animals. First one, right heading, ammonotelic animals. Ammonia is a gaseous nitrogenous waste. Ammonia is a gaseous nitrogenous waste and is highly toxic. First one writing ammonotelic tane. Write down ammonia is a gaseous nitrogenous waste and it is highly toxic. Therefore, it requires large amount of water. Therefore, it requires large amount of water for its elimination. Therefore, it requires large amount of water for its elimination. Therefore, ammonia is excreted by the fishes, amphibians. I'm telling it slow. Ammonia is therefore ammonia is excreted by fishes, amphibians, and aquatic insects. Fishes, amphibians, and aquatic insects. Finished, huh? ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಕ್ವಾಟಿಕ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ರವಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಇನ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ I told ammonia is excreted by fishes, amphibians and aquatic insects. I have repeated Anjan. Aquatic ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು ಅಂತ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ ಫಿಶಸ್ amphibians ಅಂದ್ರೆ frogs ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತವೆ and aquatic insects. ಆಯ್ತಾ ಅಂಜನ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಮುಗಿತಾ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದು done. Next second one you write ureotelic animals. These are the animals that excrete urea as the nitrogenous waste. Excrete urea as nitrogenous waste. Urea is in highly diluted form Next point. Urea is produced. Urea is in highly diluted form. Sharit, I am repeating. Urea is in highly diluted form. Full stop. Urea is produced in liver. Urea is produced in liver. From ammonia. Urea along with blood enters kidney for filtration. Enters kidney for filtration. Next, urea mixed with water. Urea mixed with water is collected in urinary bladder. Is collected in urinary bladder. It is eliminated later. It is eliminated later. Next, uricotelic animals. Uricotelic animals. These are the animals that excrete uric acid as nitrogen waste. These are the animals that excrete uric acid as the nitrogen waste. Next, uric acid is a solid nitrogenous waste. Uric acid is the solid nitrogenous waste. Therefore, it is excreted in the form of paste. Excreted in the form of paste. With minimum loss of water. With minimum loss of water. Example, all the birds reptiles ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಲ್ಲಿಗಳು reptiles land snails ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ವಾ ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಚಿಪ್ಪುಳಗಳು land snails and insects. And insects. Done. What is this? Shankula, Shankahula. Shankula, Kapachipula, ella. Shankula, Shankula. Correct. Done. Okay. So now, before we enter human excretory system, I'll give you a small outlook for lower organisms. How do they excrete? Right? Various different excretory organs in some other animals. And then, see, we classify all the animals into two groups: vertebrates and invertebrates. Invertebrates and those do not have the vertebral column, backbone. Athwa chordates and non-chordates, right? So normally, whenever you write about all the animals are classified hege martivi andre ನಾವು first one invertebrates, next one vertebrates, or we call them as non-chordates, and we call them as chordates. They come under chordates. Okay. Each are two classification. Those having the vertebral column are called vertebrates. Those who don't have, they are invertebrates. Yavadಕ್ಕೆ vertebral column illa avella ನೆಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಓಡಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತವೆ, like ಚಪ್ಪಟೆ ಹುಳು, flat worms and the leeches. ಅವಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ backbone ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ invertebrates. These one the vertebrates. ಈ invertebrates ಅಲ್ಲಿ different ways are there to excrete. Right? In vertebrates alla kidneys irutte, kidneys, gills anta adrinda excrete agutte. Illi matra invertebrates li bere ways irutte. So you have, whenever you talk about the animal taxonomy, I'll give you their families: Protozoa, Porifera, Coelenterata, Platyhelminthes, Ascalminthes, Annelida, Arthropoda, Mollusca, Echinodermata. ಓದಿರ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು ಮುಂಚೆ. ಈಗ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅದೇನು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. They are all the different families of invertebrates, right? Vertebrates alli namage first fishes, amphibia, reptiles, birds and mammals anta types ide. Okay, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds and mammals, idu vertebrates anta. Iga first some of the invertebrates alli yav ತರ excretion ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, right? Then we will go to humans. Humans alli excretion ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So we are talking about the invertebrates. ಯಾವ ತರ invertebrates it will excrete. So first one, Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes refers to the flat worms, right? Like tapeworms alla adu Platyhelminthes anta barutte. Platyhelminthes alli excretory substance ಗೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ protonephridia ಅಂತ. Protonephridia or flame cells ಅಂತೀವಿ ನಾವು. These are the excretory parts in the Platyhelminthes, okay, or the flatworms. Okay. In some of the annelids also there is protonephridia. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, annelidನಲ್ಲೂ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, annelidನಲ್ಲೂ protonephridia ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ some of the invertebrates, Amphioxus, ಇವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ protonephridia ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇವುಗಳೆಲ್ಲ flame cells ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲ, protonephridia in all of them it is present. Okay. But in some of the earthworms alli, there is something called nephridia present. Nephridia acts as the excretory part. Okay. So these are slightly modified ones. They help actually maintaining the ionic balance. Yakandre water na balance ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ excretion ಇರೋದು. To take some water and balance the amount of water, they will all do water balance or ionic balance in the body. They will do it with these things, these parts, right? And some of them, in some of the insects, you have Malpighian tubules. And erase this ones. invertebrates in ತೆಗಿತೀನಿ. Third one I will tell you about the cockroaches and other insects. There never excretory organs ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. I am talking about various organs help in excretion. Third one is in cockroaches and other insects. Most of the insects and cockroaches, we have something called Malpighian tubules. ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಬಂದಾಗಲೇ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರುತ್ತೆ Malpighian tubules ಅಂತ. Right now you should only understand that they have different excretory organs. Okay. Then in some of the prawns, the excretory organ is called the green gland, or so green glands are antennal glands. Antennal glands, they help in it. So all these are the various excretory organs in some invertebrates. Invertebrates, TS. Okay. Start ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ platyhelminthes ಅಲ್ಲಿ protonephridia, platyhelminthes annelida, amphioxus ಅಲ್ಲಿ protonephridia ಅಥವಾ flame cells ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Earthworms ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have nephridia, slightly developed ones. Cockroaches we have Malpighian tubules. Prawns we have green glands are the antennal glands. Okay, they help in maintaining the water balance in the body. Okay, done. What is lagging? Anjan Shetty, ma'am, lagging andrena? Video is lagging, huh? All of you are feeling that my video is lagging? No, your internet problem, dear Anjan Shetty. It's not from here, it may be yours. Okay, it's not lagging. Because I will confirm with all of them. If 90% say no, that means it's your internet issues are happening. Okay, write down excretory organs in invertebrates. Excretory organs in invertebrates. Okay, it's clear ಅಂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂಜನ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ನೀನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಿನ್ನೆ ನೀನು. Write down various animals in animal kingdom show different types of excretory organs. Show different type of excretory organs. In some of the invertebrates, excretory organs are as below. Excretory organs are as below. First one, in Platyhelminthes, some of the annelids, Platyhelminthes, some of annelids. Annelida andre phylum, annelids andre ಆ phylum ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು. Okay, I'll repeat. In various animals, different types of excretory structures are found. So I may modify the sentences, no worries, but I'll give the same meaning. Different types of excretory organs or structures are found. They include, first one, in Platyhelminthes, annelids, and Amphioxus. You ಬರ್ದಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ board ಮೇಲೆ. Amphioxus. Excretory organs are protonephridia. Protonephridia or flame cells. Protonephridia or flame cells. Second one. Continue one more thing, one more line you write. Protonephridia help in ionic balance. Ionic balance and fluid volume balance. Ionic balance ಅಂದ್ರೆ protonephridia ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they help in ionic balance and fluid volume balance, and we call both of them together as osmoregulation ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Osmoregulation ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ, ತುಂಬಾ ಬಾಯಾರಿಕೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲೂಯಿಡ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ. So we drink water. If it is environment is too hot, we sweat a lot. It is osmoregulation. Ionic ಮತ್ತೆ fluid balance ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ we have to have certain amount of water required by the body and certain metallic, certain ion should be there. That is balanced by excretory system, right? ಒಂದ್ಸರ್ತಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿದ್ರು we will not pass the urine. Sometimes we will have little water, sometimes we are passing urine continuously. This is because our body is maintaining this balance. It's called the osmoregulation. Andre the ionic balance plus water balance is doing, it's called osmoregulation. Do you understand this? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು? Which ions ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ions, sodium ions, potassium ions, chloride ions, ಎಲ್ಲ ions ಅನ್ನು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿ. Okay, so excretory system main work is only osmoregulation, andre maintaining the water balance in the body and removing nitrogen base also, right? Protonephridia help in ionic balance and fluid volume balance. And it is called osmoregulation. And it is called osmoregulation. Second one, in earthworms, Nephridia are the excretory structures. Nephridia are the excretory structures. These also maintain fluid and ionic balance. These also maintain fluid and ionic balance. These also maintain fluid and ionic balance. In earthworms, nephridia are the excretory organs. I am repeating. These also maintain fluid and ionic balance. I repeated. Next. In cockroaches, excretory structures are called Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules. Next. In prawns, green glands or antennal glands take part in excretion. Green glands and antennal glands take part in excretion. Then, okay. So now I'll give you that human excretory system. Excretory system in humans I'll give you now. Okay. in humans. You know that there are two kidneys in humans that act as excretory organs. So let me give you the structure of those kidneys. So kidneys of this shape you should write slightly and draw smaller than this because you have to draw full thing. Slightly I draw a smaller one. One kidney I have drawn. The left kidney is slightly down compared to the right kidney. Right kidney I am drawing here. Two kidneys are there. One is little upper. Right kidney is slightly upper. Okay. Then these are given out in the form of urinary bladder. This is a urethra. These are the ureters. The long tubes which are coming out, they are the ureters. Okay. These ureters join the urinary bladder. That's the last part is urethra. Okay. Urinary bladder and urethra. Slightly up I will draw because you can't see this very much down. This is urethra. Okay. These are the two kidneys. This is the right kidney, that's the left kidney. Draw proper shape for this. Okay. Kidney. These are the ureters. And this is the urethra. Down one is urethra. Major ones I'll finish it. Then I'll label other things. Okay. This is urinary bladder. Okay. Here you will get actually something like this. These are called as the pyramids. Okay. Again, when I give you the details, you will understand this. Okay. Here, this is the left kidney. That is the right kidney. Left kidney. This is the right kidney. Okay. This will have two layers because there is a renal cortex present about this. Okay. Then these are the ureters. Long tube. This is urinary bladder. The opening present here is called as urethra. Okay. Then I'll show you the blood vessels that are supplying to this. So one blood vessel supplied to this enters into this. This is an artery. It supplies to this also. This is called the renal artery. We'll go further. I will not give you all that. Another one is the renal vein. This supplies. It will take away the nutrient, the nitrogen waste from this. Let me draw properly. So artery, supply of artery to both of them. Okay, this is a vein which supplies down here and even supplies here. It's a vein. Okay, you draw along with me. Once I finish, 1 more minute you have. If possible, you finish it. This is the renal artery. This is the renal vein. Okay, draw this. If not able to complete, tomorrow I will do it. I know you cannot draw it, but still tomorrow I'll give you. draw it if possible. Okay, then enough. Tomorrow we'll continue. See you then. Bye. Okay, done. Okay, bye. This drawing again you have to draw tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow what I have to start with. Thank you. Bye.